Hi everyone, it's July 1st today, and it's that time of month again. I'm doing a video where I talk about all the films I've seen in June, and it has been a little while since I've done a video. I had a lot of stuff going on, and I do have a big video that's due to be released in the next few days or so keep on track of that. So let's get started. Okay, the first film I watched this month, well, this is actually one of those British comedies which I actually found quite funny. It's a great film and pretty good as well. It was our last week of college as well, and we were allowed to do whatever we want. So I just got my phone out and watched this, and I loved it. Shaun of the Dead, absolute classic. I was in the movies on Simon Pegg, anyways. Yeah, he's such a great guy. Film was so funny. I really liked it. It was so good. And then speaking of Simon Pegg, I also watched Paul. Well, technically, I only watched the first 10 minutes of it because something else happened. So maybe later this month I'll probably watch the rest of it. Who knows? Okay. And then next up, I watched Sing. Okay. I think it was the same day I come home from work. I was exhausted. I was like, yeah, I can't be bothered doing anything else. I'll just put this on. This is such a good film. I haven't seen it in so many years. I think it's just great. And I remember going to see this in the cinema as well, and I absolutely loved it. It had so much nostalgia and memories for me. Yeah, I just think it's amazing. Seeing my childhood again, it was great. Okay, when I said I had stuff going on, I was basically on holiday, and these next few films here I watched on holiday, and this is the first one, and this is actually my favorite animated film of all time, The Lion King. Yeah, okay. When I was going to go on holiday, I watched this and I was like, okay, this is just great. My favorite animated film. I loved it. Yeah, and I was watching. I was like, it's just great. I just love it a lot. And even in my mind, I was singing along with those songs, Hakuna Matata, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I love The Lion King. My favorite animated film of all time. And then after I had finished watching The Lion King, I decided to jump straight to Monsters Inc. Yeah, I freaking love this movie. I think it's just great. I mean, is it as good as Monster University? No, I don't think so. But hey, I think I might have had a little soft spot for it because, well, I think I remember watching it as a kid. I didn't watch it too much because, well, I just wasn't used to the, what was it? Oh yeah, the Screaming Extractor. I didn't get used to that too much as a kid, but I just love it a lot. I love Monsters Inc. so much. I even had the film on VHS and DVD as a kid, and I still have them to this day. Okay, and next up, well, I've got a film here that I hadn't seen so many years, and before I went on holiday, I found it in the charity shop, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it because I haven't watched it in years. Patrick. Yeah, I like this film. I think it's a really good time to watch. I know some people think it's a pretty bad movie, but I don't think it's that bad. It's not bad though, but I actually really liked it. It was funny. I think Patrick probably has to be my favorite character throughout the film. It's just really good. I just love it a lot. Okay, then next up, we have a film here. Well, this is actually my second time this year watching this film, but I'll explain a little more in a second. Ice Age 2. Okay, yeah, when I was on holiday, I caught this on TV. Yeah, well, we had just been to a theme park that day. I was so tired, I couldn't be bothered to do anything. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to sit here and watch this. And it's just a really good film. It's a really great time. I love it a lot. I just think it's so good to watch. I mean, it was just a lot of stuff I love to talk about the film and see as well. It's just great. Okay, and next up here we have a drama film here. I bought this the same day I had just arrived to my holiday. And even though it's a drama film, I'm not the biggest fan of those dramas, but for this one, I actually really enjoyed it. And it was based off a true story as well. Save the Cinema. Yeah, I actually thought this film was really interesting. Even though it's a Welsh film, and I'm not a biggest Welsh drama fan, but for this one, I actually thought it was really good. And if you guys are fans of drama films, I recommend this one because it was such a good film. I loved it a lot. And next up, we have a film here which I've been dying to see ever since it was in cinemas. I watched it and I was like, wow, this is really good. I really liked it. Ticket to Paradise. This was such an incredible movie. I really think it was such a good time. I really liked it. Thought it was absolutely great. I mean, did I want to see it in the cinema? Yes. Do I wish I did? Yes. Okay, and next up was a film that I just re-upgraded to Blu-ray, and I just decided to watch it because I had nothing else to do and I hadn't seen it in years. Secret Life of Pets. Yeah, I haven't seen this film for so many years. Hadn't seen it for years, and I decided to give it a rewatch because it has been a few years, and I remember going to see this in the cinema, and I was absolutely having so many memories back from that day. It's great, I love it. I mean, but is it as good as Sing? No. And next up here, we have a film here, which was actually meant to be part of a free movie collection. Well, this is the only one I've seen. I'm going to watch the other two soon. Laurel and Hardy, Great Guns. Yeah, I thought this film was absolutely hilarious. I thought it was so good, so funny. And I really like how it was set in those 1940 style. And it's a 20th Century Fox film as well. And it had that old Fox style thing as well, even in black and white. I thought that was so historical. If you guys are a Laurel and Hardy fan, and if you haven't seen this one, I recommend it. It was that good. Okay, this is probably going to be a little bit of a silly one now, but I went back to Morrison's a few days later, and I saw this movie. I was like, oh, yes, I'm going to get it, because, well, I wanted to see it in the cinema, but I never got a chance. I watched it, I was like, that was absolutely wild. This was such a wild film. Cocaine Bear. Yeah, I thought this film was really wild. It was based off a true event that happened in 1985. But yeah, I thought this film was wild, funny at the same time. But yeah, well, I'm thinking now about it, and maybe I should have seen it in the cinema, or probably not. Okay, and that's where the holiday films end. These next three films here I watched when I was on the journey home. So the first one up, we have Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Oh yeah, this film here was my childhood. I remember it so much. I just used to love this film a lot when I was a kid. And I just remember watching it the first day. I was like, wow. Yeah, I mean, this film here I used to watch every single day when I was young. It's just amazing. I remember being obsessed with it as well. It's just one of those films that I absolutely love. I mean, I was also obsessed with the sequel at the same time, but the sequel isn't as good as this one, but still it's a really good film. And then next up, after that, I decided to watch my second favourite Pixar movie now. I was on the journey home, so I had nothing else to watch, so I just watched it. Finding Dory. Yeah, I was on the journey home, and I was like, haven't seen it for a while, so I'll do it. And it's actually a really good film. I know people don't think it's as good as Finding Nemo, but I think it's a good film. It's a really good time. But what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, I remember going to see this in cinema with my uncle as well, and it was absolutely a great time. I loved it a lot. Yeah, Finding Dory is just a really good film. I really like it a lot. And next up, we have an animated classic film here, which I hadn't seen in so many years. I just think it's a beautiful film as well. Yeah, it's a 60-minute film, but it's beautiful in every way. Dumbo. I love this film. I think it's beautiful as well. Yeah, I remember even releasing my own version 2 years ago. I think that was absolutely great. And I do have some other plans as well for future ones, like a sequel probably. But yeah, this is just a gorgeous film. Also, what really annoyed me is that Disney cancelled the sequel for this in 2001 or 2006 because of somebody called Mr. John Lasseter. Why? I was looking forward to seeing that one. I just love Dumbo and I want to see what happened in the sequel. Okay, we have one more film here. This is a film I just watched last night, and it was absolutely, truly funny and terrifying at the same time. I had a few scenes in the film where my heart was racing, but other than that, I thought it was really good. Megan. I had been dying to see this film ever since it was in the cinema. I watched it, I was like, wow, that was definitely something. Yeah, I mean, I also did see on the internet that there's going to be a Megan 2.0, so that's going to lead to a sequel. But we did find two versions here, an unseen version or the original cinema release. We went the unrated version. So yeah, guys, that is all the stuff I had watched this month in June. So I think I'll just let you guys go now. So I thank you all for watching this video, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time for another video. Bye.